Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Lena. Welcome back to another video. So today, this video is literally dedicated to one of my friends who told me that I should definitely do a book haul after returning from a little trip that I did to Scotland, and I bought so many books. So yeah, let's just get started. This is a book haul. I know it's weird for me to do book hauls. I just don't usually like it, but I bought a couple of them in Edinburgh. Honestly, I'm just so shocked at how much cheaper it actually is. Like, the ones that I buy here are already cheaper than the ones in Spanish, but actually seeing them in there with so many fucking deals broke my fucking spirit, honestly. Like, because reading here is so expensive. Like, there's literally a law against discounting the price of books here. It can only be 5%. Only. So seeing this being like pay one buy two and get one and the second one is 0.5% off. So I got into those deals. Let's just get started. So first, I got the sequel. Well, it's not really the sequel, but the next installment in The House of Hunger, which is a spin-off of Someone is Killing the Children. Something is Killing the Children. Not someone. Which is probably my favorite graphic novel of all time. I just love it so much. I think the art is absolutely stunning in this series. And honestly, I have no idea what this one is about, because in The House of Hunger, we definitely follow like characters that run them. Some of them are just like cool hunters. Some of them are just secondary characters from the main story. Things like that. But honestly, I do not know who Alabaster is. But he is definitely a white hunter, meaning that they hunt in packs. In Something is Killing the Children, we're going to follow... I always call her Jessica, but she's Erica. In Something is Killing the Children, we're going to follow Erica. And Erica is a black mass hunter, meaning that she alone hunts monsters that are killing and destroying these children. So we're going to follow her adventures, basically, as she faces monsters and the House of... I said House of Hunger, right? No House of Slaughter. Did I say everything wrong? Probably. As she faces the House of Slaughter too. So yeah, I highly recommend it. The art is beautiful and I've been loving the main storyline, honestly. I got a Sleight of Shadows, which is the sequel to An Unkindness of Magicians, which is definitely a very polarizing book. It's an urban fantasy book with heavy fantasy elements, like basically definitely gangs of magicians. It's been a long time since I read book one, but when I saw that a sequel was coming out, I was just like really intrigued, because book one is, well, yes, it was a standalone. Not anymore, but it was a standalone. So I'm really curious. And I caught this cheaper because it was damaged. Yeah, I'm cheap like that. But I'm very curious. Also, kind of love these editions. Like, the first one is white, like pure white, and this is pure black. I just love how they look together. So then, you will see the stickers, but... 3 for 2. Amazing. But this is the, well, not the, Gods of the Wyrdwood by R.J. Becker. She is the same author as The Bone Ships, which is a book that I actually didn't enjoy. Well, it's not that. I tried to read it and DNF'd it because I felt that it wasn't the right time for me to read it. So it's been staying there, but the thing is, this one actually sounded better for me than the other one, because I'm not huge on ships. For like ocean ships. I prefer like starships. Something about ships. Even though I really like Red Skies and Red Seas by Scott Lynch, second book in the lives of Locke but I don't know why. It's just do not enjoy ships. So in here we're basically going to follow two main characters. The first one is like a dude who lives in this very horrifying enchanted forest, the Wyrdwood, and who will end up guiding our second character, who is trying to find a missing child in this forest. So their paths intertwine, and they have to basically work together to find this missing child. So I don't know, it sounds really cool. I just really like enchanted and horror forests for some reason. I feel like they are just super cool, to be honest. So yeah, I'm very excited for this one, honestly. It's big though, so we'll see when it happens. So another one, I got Godkiller, which was floating around a lot last year when it first came out. The sequel just came out very recently, if I'm not mistaken. But here we're going to follow a girl. She is a god killer because in this land, gods are forbidden and they are still roaming the earth trying to find like worshippers. So she basically makes a living out of killing them. But one day she comes across this god who she cannot kill because he's bonded to a girl and she cannot kill him without killing the girl, basically. It sounds really cool, dude. I tried to read this, if I'm not mistaken. I got the audiobook already and I tried it. I think I was about to, but I didn't do it. I don't know why. Maybe because I didn't feel like it at the time. But it's just, I love the cover. And everyone that I trust said that this book was a pleasant surprise, so we'll see. The Burning. I actually know anything about this. The thing is, I wanted to buy a Scottish book by a Scottish author because, I mean, I was in Scotland, I had to. So I got this one. This is set on the 1500s Scotland. So I believe it's historical fiction also with a little bit of black magic, yeah. It has like a witch's covenant, which has me intrigued, but it's definitely not like my first pick. I do have to say the cover is very cool. But yeah, black magic, I couldn't resist. I was between this one and another one, but this one won. The moment I saw black magic, I was just like, okay, I'll get this one. The No Mask Murder. Hear me out. This is a Japanese locked room murder mystery, you know? The ones where someone dies and everything is locked, so no one knows how the killer got in. So it's been really hit or miss for me with this type of books because I've been reading a lot of them and sometimes they're really cool, like in the Cavendel House Murders, maybe was the name. But then we have some others that weren't that good, as the sequel, for example. So I've been really looking to read more of this. And because I've been in a very like murder mystery type of kick lately, I grabbed this one. Looks pretty cool. It's very short, as for all the Japanese locked up room mysteries for some reason. So yeah, I'm excited about this one, honestly. It might be on my next month's TBR, probably. So, another one. The Spear That Cuts Through Water. I've heard incredible things about this book, so I'm really excited. I already got the audiobook, but I really wanted a physical copy since it's a standalone. Or at least for now. Because nowadays, nothing is a fucking standalone anymore. So in here we have this goddess who has been in captivity for a long time while this like dark power reign, basically. So now one day a guardsman and an outcast free her, basically. So they have to leave in order to for her to regain like her powers or such. Yeah, in search of freedom and a way to end the Moon Throne forever, like this evil dark power that has been ruling. So you know that I love books with gods, and this couldn't be less. But yeah, I've heard incredible things from like very trusted reviewers, so I'm just very, very excited, honestly. This one happening very soon. So, another one. The City of Last Chances by Andrew Tchaikovsky. Adrian Tchaikovsky. So, hear me out. If you've been here for a little bit, you know that Adrian and I have a very complicated relationship. I love and hate some of his books. It's not that I hate them, but I definitely don't like them. So, I love Children of Time. I hate Doors of Eden. I really enjoyed the first one of The Architects. I really disliked his other fantasy book. So we're in a bit of a pickle here. But this book sounded good. I feel really attracted to books that have a city as their like main focal point. It reminded me a little bit of Age of Ash by Daniel Abraham. It reminded me a little bit of that. Though I don't feel like this is going to be the same. But yeah, I've been trying to read this for a long time too, and I saw it like in this. I was like, okay, it's time, it's a sign. So I also got the sequel to Legacy of Ash, which is Legacy of Steel. In the first book, we're going to follow a pair of siblings. They were the sons, basically, of this rebel commander that at the beginning of the book, we know that she rebelled against the Empire and she was killed, basically. She was executed. So now the children have been kept as hostages for the rebel troops to disperse and just lay down and follow the will of the Empire, basically. We're also going to be following a knight who has a very dark secret. It might be an illegal magic related secret, but it's definitely interesting. The first one is very different from what I thought and what I've heard, but at the same time, I really enjoyed it. So I went ahead and got book 2. Because in a way, I know what is going, but for another part, I'm just like, the first book, like, wrapped pretty nicely. Besides a couple of things, it wrapped up really nicely. So I don't know where this is going. So second to last, we have The Daughter of Redwinter by Ed McDonald. Thing is, I said that I wasn't going to buy any of his books till I finish the other series, which I cannot recall the name right now. It's not Blackwind. I thought I was going to finish Blackwind, but honestly, this one sounded better for me. So I decided to give it a try. In here, we're basically going to follow a woman who can speak to the dead, which is a thing that I actually really like in fantasy books. Not as much in horror books, but in fantasy books, I actually really like it. So she stumbled across an injured woman. She rescues her. But the thing is, she escaped from the Redwinter Keep, which is a monastery that houses very dangerous things. So now everyone is after them both, and she might have made a mistake releasing something that was actually more dangerous than the god that she has behind her. It's just super cool, honestly. It sounds so good. I really want to read this one, and I love the covers for this series. The second one in particular, I just feel like they are so cool, but yeah, I really want to try this one. And the last one that I have here physically is La Luna del Cazador, which is a Spanish book that I got pretty recently. It's dark academia set on like a welfare type of school, rehab school in the UK, where all these like kind of rich kids are recovering from their like addiction to anything basically. But one day 5 of them hear the scream of a banshee, and I like it because it has a lot of Irish folklore. At least for now. It has like the wild hunt, it has like the banshees. So it seemed pretty interesting, I do have to say that. I'm in the middle of it where all the action is starting to kick in. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, for now it's been pretty good. But we'll see how it goes. So yeah, those are all the books that I've gotten recently physically, basically. But I've also gotten a lot of arcs. Which I will talk about them later because they are all like Kindle arcs and also arcs from Kickstarters. So yeah, that will be in a separate video. But have you read any of these? Have you been getting any books lately? What is the book that you anticipate the most? Just let me know down in the comments below, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye!